Hey, my friend, if you've been feeling a bit off today, may I be a messenger for you today? So, yeah, sometimes it happens to us, right? Sometimes we feel a bit not ideal. Like we have this ideal of how we supposed to feel, or we should be at a peak, or we should be focused, or we should be happy, or we should be grateful. We have all these different ideas, and that's okay. Well, I have them for me as well. But then sometimes we wake up and we're feeling a bit off. Maybe that's you today. Well, my friend, if that's you, know that that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, not many times we hear that. If you learn to be a teacher to yourself, you will notice that the language you use towards you becomes very compassionate. It becomes very peaceful and supportive, not some harsh one like, that comes out of anger, that comes out of frustration, that comes out of some kind of shoulds, like you should feel differently. You see, your body is like a phone. It tells you through signals of how you feel, of how you think, what is going on. And sometimes when we are feeling off, what we are really feeling is some kind of a calling from the body to pay attention to it, not to dramatize them, not to complicate them, but just to pay attention and notice if there's something we could do, if there's something that kind of energy that we feel is requiring from us. Like maybe a part of us feels stagnant, or maybe we've been overdoing something and we need some rest from it. Or maybe we just need to be present with it and breathe deep into it and remind ourselves that it's okay to sit with something that feels uncomfortable. Like how many times you actually just breathe into something that you would describe as off or negative or maybe strange or stagnant. You see, universe doesn't make differences between good energies or bad energies. That's what we do, right? Good emotions, bad emotions, good thoughts, bad thoughts. Only we make these differences because we have some ideas of how we think something should be. But what if how it is perfect right now? What if how you feel right at this moment is perfect because your body is speaking to you? So what if you would find a space that can be grateful that you have this kind of sensitivity, that you're not numbed down, so you can listen to your body? Well, if you look around, your body took you through places. It brought you to where you are. It reminded you of what it craves, so you were able to give to yourself what you've given to yourself. Sometimes, like if I reflect on my life, at some point when I had my last job back in 2017, my body was so tired of it. I was not exhausted, I was just tired of it. Like it was my dream job, but I was not happy. And I was, back at that time, I would say, I would rather feel sharp and focused and motivated. But today I'm so grateful that I felt tired of it, because I've started looking for something more. Firstly, I've paid attention to what I feel, why I feel so tired of it. And I've been ignoring it for enough time that I actually got injured. Back at that time I was doing freestyle mountain biking. And I was not taking any days off with my work because I was saving money, because at some point I knew, me and my partner Maya, we would quit our jobs and see what we truly want to do, but because of this idea that one day we will quit our jobs, we never took a day off, we were working on and on and on to save enough of money. And I've been ignoring that feeling that something feels off, that I need to take a day off. And then one day I got injured and I couldn't walk. So yeah, that was one of these days where I needed to stop. And I've been actually so happy because I've been able to sleep all day long and to reflect on what to actually do. And well, when we notice that our bodies tell us what to do, it's just if we listen to them, we can breathe into that, we can slow down, take a pause, and ask ourselves, is there something I've been really ignoring? And could that thing that I've been ignoring be actually a calling for something greater in the future? You see, if you think about your future you that lives somewhere in more ideal life than you live right now, what if that future you communicates with you right now and is asking you to be present with the pressure? Because the pressure is maybe the wall between the message and your present moment. And in between is pressure because the energy is different. The energy from that future you and from that present you. It creates pressure because you need to let go of something to receive something new. So what that pressure then requires from you is to pay attention to it, so the energies can stabilize, right? So you can let go of what you've been forcing and maybe listen what became present to you. And then maybe name the off. When you say something feels off, name the off. What is it? Without trying to fix it, without trying to fix yourself, name what is off. Many times we say, oh, I feel bad, or I feel off, I feel so dark. But we never really name what that dark is, what that off is, what that, whatever we say is. So what I'm saying here is, identify it, not with a word off, or dark, or negative, but notice what message it holds. That's how you become aware. You see, in many of my messages I say to you, become the observer, but that's what it means to become observer. Observer is aware, and awareness is consciousness, and consciousness is intelligent force that has knowledge beyond your maybe analytical mind. So when you become aware of something, when you truly observe something that your analytical mind would just describe or define as off or negative or dark, what happens? You get enlightened by maybe greater understanding of what are you actually feeling. Like back at the time, as I mentioned before, I've been feeling like I shouldn't take a break with my job because I need to save money, but at the same time I've been feeling tired. And I thought I'm feeling tired of that job, but what I was actually feeling was a need to take a break so I can get more in touch with what at that stage of my life I really crave. So you know what was the most interesting thing, and it will make so much sense. When I finally quitted that job, the next day I've started drawing. That inner child inside of me, that kid that, as when I was younger, I've been drawing all the time, that led me to start creating art. So when I quitted my job the next day, a huge inspiration was born in me. So I've started drawing. So what I'm saying here is that maybe when we feel off, when we feel down, when we feel negative, maybe there's that other us that is actually speaking to us. But because we didn't listen, it created a feeling that we will not ignore, something very dark, something very negative. Not to hurt us, not to destroy us, or to poison us, but to really make us aware. Because if we truly listen to it, well, on the other side there's the greater you that lives a new life, that has begun something completely new, a new story, a new chapter. And you're maybe still forcing the old chapter to go on and on and on, but it has ended. There's a dot, the last word. It's ended. And it's time to, to pay attention to what was that off feeling that was actually invitation to go to the next page. Maybe, just maybe, I'm guessing, but that's what I've experienced in my life. I can speak from an experience because I've been through it so many times. Recently something similar happened and I had no idea what's going on, why I feel stagnant in this area of my life. Like I felt everything I've been doing, like making these videos, making art, all of this became a little bit boring. And I thought, what is wrong? Like, why do I feel this way? And for a long time I've been not really paying attention to like what to change or what new me is calling me, until I paid attention to it. And I've noticed that for 1 year I've been feeling that. And when I truly paid attention to what that stagnation is calling me into what it is calling me, a new project was born. A new project that, I will share it with you later, but yesterday I've just finished it. And I've noticed, okay, once again, it's not that there's something wrong with me, it's not that there's something wrong with my life, it's just that I'm moving to a new chapter, and that new chapter requires a different me, a new me, certain new activities, certain new behavior, so I can bring into life what came to me at that point. Sometimes we receive these downloads that are like guidance for the next stage of our lives, but then the question is, do we notice them? Do we take action with them? Do we move towards them? Or we just feel good, entertained by them? You see, downloads are your higher self says, hey, you're ready, but now you will need to move differently. But then you need to know how to move differently, into what direction to move now, right? And naming what is off is also an invitation to know what can be done as that next thing. And then you slowly return to something small that grounds you. So you slowly also let go of that energy that's not here to be carried into the future. You see, as animals go into fights, then they shake off the energy. When your body reminds you of, when you describe, I'm feeling off, I'm feeling negative, it's a signal. But then you need to also shake off that energy, because it's a chemistry in your body, and it's good if you let it go. And as you focus then on what you received as understanding or a moment of clarity, then maybe write down some simple tasks you could start doing. As when I received this, it was a very clear guidance for me, like what I need to do. For 1 year I've been feeling a part of it, and I've been procrastinating on it until I've started working on it. And I've noticed, okay, I really need to organize the tasks, like something I often mention to you, but this really helps. When we're feeling off, we need to breathe into it, accept it, as I said, name it, and then notice that beneath that feeling there is some kind of clarity and guidance, and then organize simple tasks that will ground us into that new energy of clarity, and then we can do something about it. I see myself more than just a body. I see myself as some kind of a momentum, something that is constantly flowing. As energy is flowing, cells are dividing, atoms are vibrating. There's some kind of flow to me, as it is to you. And if you are made out of this kind of flow, this kind of motion, then it would make sense that to live more in alignment with life means to be more in motion with life. Not so stagnant, maybe not lazy or things like that. You see, rest is not laziness. Slowing down is not laziness. But when we don't know what to do, we many times do nothing and we distract ourselves with something. That's not flow, that's not alignment. And that's what many times people do, because they want to numb down this feeling that we're identifying today. But what I'm truly giving you with this message is that there is a stream that you've just distanced yourself from it. And that stream is calling you. And it uses a way, like I said before, that stream, there's a future you to that stream. Because it already knows where you belong. And because you were not going towards it, that future you use a certain way to speak to you. And pressure or negativity or feeling down, feeling dark is a great way to help you to pay attention to it. And well, when you design some tasks for you and you start accomplishing them, not some tasks that are that just put you back into your familiar life, but some tasks that are related to that future call. Whatever it is, for me that was that project, and I've experienced so much flow with it. I've just finished it, and I'm so grateful for it. I'm so proud of myself that I've done it, and now I feel like something just went off my shoulders. And that's it, my friend. Also, if you're feeling off, let go of shoulds. Let go of shoulds. I should feel this way. This should happen already. This should work out. Or I should do this and that, and I should go there and I should talk to that person. No, just for a moment, my friend, hey. Listen. Once again, just listen. No shoulds, just listen. Because maybe sometimes we truly need rest, not more productivity. Sometimes we really just need to tap into stillness. And then we move into what we love. Then we move into what we love, right? Maybe whatever it is. Maybe you love to be kind to someone. Maybe you love to create. Maybe you love to do art. So when I finished that project yesterday, I've rewarded myself with painting. Yeah, simple as that. But actually, because of that project, I've been, some time ago I've started working on one painting, but because of that project, I had no time and no energy to paint. So I put painting aside, and painting to me is a very fun thing. It's a very playful thing, and it relaxes me. So actually, no big deal. When I finished that project, I've rewarded myself with a painting time. And I felt very, very nice. I felt very nice. And it grounded me and it reminded me of who I am. So what I'm giving you with this message today is that it doesn't matter if you've been feeling off, if you've been feeling negative, if you've been feeling dark, know that that's invitation for something that you haven't acknowledged yet. Maybe you've been feeling that for a long time. Maybe it became a habit to you. Maybe you became addicted to this feeling. Because all emotions are chemistry, and we get addicted to chemistry because it's familiar. And it also makes us feel safe. We identify with it, and then we get attached to it. And then we believe that's who we are. Because we feel it, we think that's who we are. But maybe for such a long time, a new you was calling you to become it. But you rather stayed defined by what you feel because you thought you can change that. Sure, you don't need to change it. You need to maybe dive deeper into it and notice what's on the other side, and it will require a change. It will require from you to step into a new chapter that is unfamiliar, which means a new life, which means new mental attitude, new beliefs, new emotional experience, new experiences, new actions, new habits. It will require something new from you. Because the same you that you are today can't create a new life. A new life can be created by the same you. You can't solve problems with the same level of thinking that created them. So what is most probably required from you right now is to acknowledge that the pressure, the negativity, the darkness is some kind of invitation. And only you will realize where it is inviting you to go. And you will know that. You will know that, my friend. So I hope you found a great value today. I'm sending you lots of love, blessings, and power. To anyone who would love to check my art and buy a print of it, if you resonate with it, go into AttractPassion.com or the link in the description of this video, and you will find all of my work there. Each painting is designed to give you something that you need. Sometimes inspiration, sometimes clarity, sometimes a symbol that just explains this process of change and transformation and evolution we're all on. And it can be something to look up for, to be reminded of what truly matters. So see which painting resonates with you, and by buying my art, you're supporting this mission, which I'm truly grateful to you. Join also our Patreon community. The link is in the description of this video, and see you in the next one. One love.